Are you looking to learn how to make a needle felted watermelon? If so, then you're on the right video, because today I'm going to share with you everything you need to know and more. Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video, how to make a needle felted watermelon. My name is Iceland, and on this channel, Snowflake Forest Felting, I share needle felting videos, have needle felting tutorials, and share product reviews from time to time. So if you're new and this interests you, please consider subscribing. And if you want to know more about anything you see here on this channel, be sure and check the links down in the description below this video, or leave a comment. I'd love to connect with you there. And as always, please share my videos where you can. Now let's get into today's video. And to begin, I'm going to show you everything you're going to need to make your needle felted watermelon. The first thing you want is a surface protector. I'm going to be using these foam pieces, 2 of them, one for when I work with the bone color and another when I work with my colored wool. Some core wool for the center of your piece. You're going to need the wool in the colors that you want. The red you want for the watermelon, or pink, or you can do the same as me and make a mesh, which I think gives it more of a true watermelon look. Some black for the seeds. And then you'll want the colors for the rind. I'm going to be working with 3 greens. Where the watermelon color meets the rind color, you could also substitute some white here. I think this will work best here. And then the darker green to give the outside a little varied color. You'll need your felting needles, a pair of scissors to trim up your project when you're done. I can't tell you how much I love these ones with the curve. And then lastly, a fabric tape measure if you're wanting to make sure your watermelon is a specific size. And remember, I'll have all this linked down in the description below for you, and you can check out more later. Now, let's get to felting. To begin, go ahead and take out your felting needle. And then grab some of your loose wool here. You're going to want to smash it down, get a feel for what it'll be like once you have it all firm and felted. I'll be making mine around 4 inches, and probably around 2.5, 3 in height. And then just take your needle and start piercing the wool. While you're piercing it, you're going to continue to move it and shape it in your half a watermelon slice. And you're going to felt from all angles because it'll give it that 3D look then. Along the top, you're going to want a nice flat surface line. It'll be kind of boat shaped, smile shaped. Take your time here and have patience. At first it's not going to seem like you're felting your watermelon, and then just continue this until the core wool is completely firm and hard. Miss Sindel wants to be in the video. Yeah? Did you say hi?
Hi.
Did you want to sit on Mommy's lap?
Yeah.
Look, we're starting to get it felted. What do you think it looks like?
A cloud.
Okay, but what else were you saying?
It's a taco.
No, it's a watermelon.
It's a taco.
When I put the green and red on it, will it make it look like a watermelon?
Yeah, the green is for the bottom. And the black is for the inside. And the red is for the inside too.
What am I going to do with the black?
It's for the inside.
Are those the seeds?
Yeah, those are the seeds. So hold the black like a circle.
So as I'm felting, I just continue to keep flipping it around, go along the top, the side. That is some good progress. We're almost at the point of adding color. Now I'm just going through and really trying to smooth it out as I felt it. Felting a little lighter on the surface layer, not piercing the wool as deep, because for the most part it is pretty condensed. And as I continue to do this, it will firm the rest of the project out here. If you're finding any spots that are uneven or need just a little bit more wool, don't be afraid to add some. Then this way when you add your colored wool on, you already have a smooth surface to work with. that is felted good enough. You can see that this doesn't look like the final product, but we're gonna add color to it now. And grab your color surface if you're using one. And then you may have the color you want to use already, or maybe you want to make a color. I want to blend the colors. If you want to learn more about blending colors than what you see here, I have a whole video on that. I'll be sure and link it down in the description below and the iCard above, and you can go and check it out later too. But essentially what I'm going to do is pull the wool apart until it is blended as much as I'd like. I have some done already. Actually, I'm going to set this aside a little bit here. You can see that it is a mesh of the two colors and is a brighter watermelon type color. I really wanted to do it in both of these colors. Blending the wool gives it some variance in depth though, that will then make your watermelon look more real compared to like a colored picture type version of it. Realistic. So go ahead and just grab an amount of both that you want to get started with. You can always blend more if you need more. I tend to blend a little extra because I don't like to have to blend more later on and just have a little on hand, throw away, or add into another project at some point. Simply pull the wool apart like this until it is all blended. Alright, once you have your wool as blended as you'd like, it's time to add it onto your watermelon slice. Grab your surface back and your needle. Grab some of your watermelon color here. Just going to give it one last little mesh here before I begin to add this piece on. And I'm just going to start to fill the inside of my watermelon. Just piercing the colored wool right on top of the core wool. Grab a little more. Continue to do this on the other side some. And then just continue this process until you have most of it colored. Then just create a nice arched line to round off your watermelon. If you need to add more of this color on after you start working on the rind color, then you can do so. Just like that. Now if you want, you can start adding some green, or in this case white. I have some roving here that I'm going to use for this. I think this will be nice to use because the fibers are for the most part already aligned, which will help me create the line. I want this to be a nice, full, juicy watermelon, not a super green one. So I'm just going to create a little outline here where I'm going to want to bring the red to, and where I want this neon color to start. Top and onto the other side, and then just continue that on the other side. And then at this point, if you want to take your lighter outer green wool and start to fill that in too. We'll save adding the darker green on for last. So then just continue wrapping this and getting your watermelon slice completely covered in all the colors and really nice and felted, so all the fibers are tucked in and you don't see any white. Just continue, go back to this color and fill it all in. as I am adding the wool on here, this pink wool didn't want to blend as well as I wanted it to. There were some smaller fibers that ran through it. So I'm just kind of pulling them out, giving it a really good final mesh because I don't want it spotted, and I doubt you will either if you're blending. Blending does take some patience. Alright, there's a nice close-up look. All the color is on. I still have a few spots to smooth out with the pink. This side looks a lot better. And then I just need to straighten out the line some and firm up the outer edges. It has become very firm and felted. So now just continue this until you've smoothed your watermelon completely out. I like to go at an angle all around the surface, smoothing out any deeper spots. If you need to add any wool, do so. This is where you're going to make your watermelon have a nice finished look. Alright, now you're going to want some of your darker wool to make the rind variated in color. Just going to take a little pinch of it. I'm going to start with one side and felt it on. Again, just a little pinch. I'm going to ball it together a little bit, but not too much. And then every so many spaces, felt it on. If you want to line all your pieces ahead, get an idea of what it's going to look like, and then just continue felting until you have them all on. Then flip it. See how great that looks. And do the same for the other side. Alright, once your watermelon is mostly felted and smoothed out, like so, you're going to want to take your scissors and trim away any excess fibers. Having great lighting to do this is very helpful, or going outside in the wind works really too, because this can get messy. So have a trash can to do it over. You're not going to want it in your work area if you can avoid that. So just do that until it's completely smoothed out, and felt anymore if you need to too. Alright, then once you're finished trimming up your project and putting the final touches on your watermelon, both sides looking pretty good, it's time to add the seeds. So take your black wool and you're going to grab just a little bit and ball it between your fingers. You don't have to make it a super perfect ball, because watermelon seeds are a little bit teardrop shaped anyway. You're going to want them to be the same for each side. So you can make a set of each. You want them to match too, as much as possible. You need to add any wool to make them the same size as much as possible. Definitely do so. And when you're felting them on, if you even need to add a little bit more wool, you can then too. Alright, now you want to place your watermelon seeds on the watermelon slice in the spot where you're going to want to felt them on, so you can get an idea what they look like and where they're going to be placed before you attach them. Set the ones off for the other side and then begin felting them in. You want to make a point at the top and then have one end that's fuller, so they're teardrop shaped. If you don't ball the wool too much, you should be able to move it around and still manipulate it. Alright, and just like that, you have a happy little watermelon. And then repeat and put your seeds on the other side. Be sure and remember to line them up before you felt them on. And just like that, you'll have the other side, both sides felted, and you have yourself a needle felted watermelon. Alright, that's it. That's everything you need to know to make a needle felted watermelon and be a fiber artist too. I hope you enjoyed today's video, learned something new. If you did, please be sure and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe yet if you haven't yet. And if there's something you'd like to see me felt next, drop it down in the comments below. I might just make it. Thanks so much for watching today. Happy felting, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye! What am I doing?
Felting a watermelon.
Yeah. Are you my watermelon sugar?
Yeah. I miss you, Mommy.
I love you.
I miss you.
I miss you all the time too.
That looks like a moon. That looks like a moon, Mommy.
What other things can we say it looks like?
It looks like a cloud.
We need to make a piece of cheese, huh?
No. Seeds have polka dots too. Seeds has little holes. Like crab holes. Like a house. A crab likes rice. Bitsy spider crawled up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the bright out. Up came the sun and dried up all the rain. The itsy bitsy spider crawled up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider. Up came the sun and dried up all the rain. The itsy bitsy spider crawled up the water spout. Itsy bitsy spider crawled up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider.
Are you taking over my felting show with Itsy Bitsy Spider?
Crawled up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Up came the sun and dried up all the rain. The itsy bitsy spider goes up the water spout. Yay!
Thank you for that performance. What are you making?
Sea balls.
Oh, thank you for helping.
I'm here one at a time, Mommy.
Good job.
See you to next one. Happy filming!